Hello, everybody. This is Zach's at it again. I'm your host, Zach Cooley, and I am honored to be on the phone today with a longtime friend of mine and a very talented local artist, Miss Faye Blanchett. Thank you for being with me today, Faye. It's nice to talk to you.
Well, it's good talking to you, Zach, and thank you for having me.
Well, this is very special because I have known of your talent for a very, very long time, and I know that you come from a very talented family. Not only are you a very talented artist, but your sister Diane is a very talented artist, and she has illustrated 7 children's books for me. So,
Wow, yeah.
so we've had a great time.
Mhm.
You have a children's book that you've completed or completed several years ago. Any hopes of getting that to publication?
Well, actually, it has been published, but I haven't had a lot of luck getting it out there and getting it known, so I really haven't sold any, but that's
Well, glad we're here talking today. We'll come back to that
okay.
in just a minute. Now, let's start way back at the beginning. You have been a lifelong citizen of Rural Retreat, have you not?
I have.
And having been a lifelong citizen of Rural Retreat who's obviously had a lifelong interest in art, tell me how you got started as an artist.
It has just always been in our family. We haven't always had a lot growing up, so we had to come up with different ways to decorate our homes and things like that. It just came down from our mother. She was very talented, and of course my sisters and her children, and it just runs in the family, and it's just something that's been in our hearts to do. We've always liked doing different things, not only just painting and things, but doing different crafts, and I guess it's just in us to do that.
Wonderful. So, can you tell me how and when you decided to start this wonderful new studio that you have in Rural Retreat?
Well, we've had it open for about a year. I think I have always wanted to start a business, and it just came available. This building came available. It's where Mr. Sobey used to be on Main Street Rural Retreat, and it came available, and it just happened so fast, and we were just moved in. But I thought there's so many people around in this area that's so talented, and they just need a place to go to teach their craft, do paint parties, or whatever craft or arts that they would like to teach. And also, there's people around here that could use extra income. And that was one of the main things, is because I wanted to help the people with their income also. So they charge whatever they want for their class. They bring the supplies and stuff, but they have a potential of making pretty good money teaching what they want to. And we named it Creative Connection because I wanted the people to be able to make a connection with the other crafters and artists in the area, to be able to have a place to get together, do crafts, painting, have coffee, snacks, just have a party and just get away from life for a little bit, maybe make a little extra money, make some friends, and it just worked out that this building came open, and it just, like I said, it happened really fast, and we were able to get in here and do that.
So, would you say that the last year you've been open has been pretty successful?
With some things, yes, sir, it has.
Okay.
We have this one lady, Mia Umbarger. You all probably heard of her. Her business is Just Wear the Hat. And she has been having classes here for the last couple months, I guess. And she does the hat burning on the hat, and
Mm-hmm.
teaches the people how to put their own designs on it, stencils, things like that, and they burn the designs on these hats, and they design their own hat bands and things like that. That's been really successful. There's been several classes that we've had here that has been really successful. Some of the paint classes. There's been several classes that's been successful, but of course it's still sort of slow because not a lot of people knows about us at the moment because we've only been open a year. And I guess it takes a little while for people to know where you're at and what you're doing.
Well, that's what we're trying to correct. We want to get the word out that this studio is here. I didn't know until just a moment ago that you owned your own studio, so I can't wait to come down and check it out, hopefully.
Well, I hope so. That would be nice.
I would assume that the facility is wheelchair accessible and everything.
Yeah, we'll have to figure that
out. Okay, well that will have to come to pass before I can check it out. But
yes,
we definitely want to get the word out about that.
Yes, sir.
So tell me also, since you have published this book and I have known a little something about it, tell me about your book.
Well, the name of it is Boogity Boogity Boo, I Love You. And it is to help children. It's just a little rhyme. It's not a very big book, and it's to help children to know that they are loved. Mm-hmm. They are special, no matter what they do or whatever. That they have somebody to love them. They're always loved.
And it is designed for early readers. Designed for early age children. Now, did Diane do the illustrations?
She did.
Great. And it has been published. What company did you go through to publish it?
To tell you the truth, I don't know. I just handed all that over to a young man that was going to our church, and he published it. I'm not sure what business it is, but it's on Amazon.
Well, I'm glad to hear that it is on Amazon. I would love to see a copy of the finished product. I'm so glad you were able to get it done.
Well, thank you.
We had tried when I had the publishing company, and it just didn't work out. So I'm happy that that you got it published. Do you have?
Being all the help that she was when we was doing that, but like you said, it just seemed like things just didn't work out at the right time, at the right place. We was just doing different things or something. So
we had trouble with the printing of it, and the pictures didn't come out right. I don't know if Diane had to redo the pictures or what, but we couldn't get it to do, and I'm glad that it's on Amazon now, and I'm glad that it's published, and I'd love to see a copy of it.
Well, if I can find it at my house, which I have it somewhere, I will be glad to give you one.
Well, that'd be great. Do you have copies for sale at your studio?
No, sir. No, I have them at my house. They're still packed up somewhere.
Okay, well, might be a good idea to put a few out at your store. That would be,
yes, sir.
Different places in Rural Retreat. I'm sure you could get rid of them, and we definitely want to put out some promotion on that.
Well, thank you.
With this podcast, because it was very cute book. The ones that I've done are also, very simple verses that I just basically, you write that in a few minutes and then you hand it over to Diane and let her work her magic on it, and she's done a great job on several stories I've written for my daughter. And we did a series of stories that we did for Greg Housel's son, he was 2 years old when I did the first story for him, and now he just graduated high school. So
my goodness.
So Diane and I've been working together a long time, and she's a great artist, as I know you are. So, do you have plans then for any further children's books or?
Yes, yes, sir. I would love to do more, and that's been in the back of my mind that I'm needing to get a few things rolling. Not just not just children's books. I've got other things in mind also, but that comes with time, doesn't it?
It sure does. Your sister, in particular, she's a very, very dear friend of mine for a very long time, and as a result of knowing her, you have become a very dear friend of mine for a very long time. So
yeah, we have, and I know she just loves you to pieces. She talks about all the time that she's spent with you, the different things y'all get into.
Oh yeah, we've had a great time and many, many conversations. She's been a tremendous source of support for me during the years in my life when things were not so great, and I'm very, very grateful to her. But as we have seemed to have digressed, as we often do when we get to talking, so you've told me a little bit about the things, the types of classes, and the different things that your patrons respond to. Tell me what other types of classes that we haven't discussed that you offer at your studio.
Well, there was a lady that was wanting to do a budget and financing class, which I thought was great, but nobody responded to that one. They didn't. Nobody was going to show up to that one, so we just put that off for a little while. We are having a chunky blanket making class on the 13th. That's the fuzzy blankets, the real thick blankets with the real chunky thread that's just soft and cuddly, so you can just snuggle up with a good book. And all that with that blanket. We're having one of those classes on the 13th. We do paint classes. We have had cookie decorating classes, pretty much any class that anybody is interested in teaching. What they do, they will, let us know what they're wanting to teach. If it's something that they can take a picture of or whatever, they give us a picture of their product, what they're wanting to do, and we'll make a flyer of it. We advertise on social media as much as we can, and along with them, they have to also do their advertising and try to get people in here for them. And then they just come in. I'll rearrange the tables, make a place for them, and set it up where it's easy for them, just easy access for them to come in, set up, do their teaching. Then they gather everything up, and they're done. So.
Okay, so let's see here. What do you want your customers to, or your patrons to come away with when they, if you haven't already said this, I think you did at some point. You want people to come in and get away from everything and just have a party and enjoy their art. But once they've completed a project, what do you ideally want your customers to take away from an experience at your studio?
I would like for them to just feel like they've accomplished something, that they've learned something new, that they've made friends, they've had a good time, and they know that this is a place to come just to be able to relax, learn something new, have fun, even if they make a mess, even if it doesn't turn out the way they want or whatever, we can help them. We can laugh about it. We all laugh and have fun and pick at each other, and it's just like family getting together. And I just want them to say, well, that was a good experience. I came in, I learned something, I made some friends, and just feel good about themselves when they leave. Even if they didn't do as good on the project they were doing. they just for them to still walk out and just feel like they, that they had a good time and their life is just a little bit better for a little while.
Because isn't that, after all, what art is about? I mean, we're all given talents by God. My wife is a singer. I'm a writer. You're a painter, or whatever you would consider your forte to be. There are probably several with the things that you do, but we're all given talents, and the talents are created for our joy and for other people's joy, and whatever that is. If it's music, painting, crafts, writing, whatever that is, if it brings joy to people, isn't that what the true definition of art is?
It is. You put it really well.
Now, does Diane come and paint with you?
She does some.
Good.
But, she stays pretty busy right now, and she's done a class or two here herself.
Fantastic.
But she comes when she can, and she helps. She's going to be coming for the Faye Blanchett class because I think Tanya's coming with her, another talented person. That her talent just amazes me. But
Tanya is Diane's daughter and your niece, yes. So when is the Chunky Blanket?
It's the 13th, April 13th at 6 o'clock.
Gotcha. Okay. Now let's get down to brass tacks. You were telling me about this rock snake business competition that's spreading through Rural Retreat and into Wytheville. Now, I know what a rock snake is because I have seen it at Spiller School. They completed one for the reading program, and they still have it out in the school's main courtyard. But would you explain what a rock snake is and how you came up with this contest and what it's going to serve?
Yes, sir. It just came to mind because, like I had said before, there's not a lot of people that knows about my business right at the moment, and there's other small businesses, which is more well known than mine, but they're still small businesses, and I'm thinking I think this would be something that would be able to advertise the businesses around Rural Retreat and let people know more about what's going on. So I thought, well, we'll just have a painted rock snake contest or competition, and we will have the different businesses that wants to. They can join in and have and put a painted rock snake in front of their business or around their business somewhere. Then about once or twice a week, I will go around and take pictures of their snake and get them involved. And and I thought this would also help to get the children and the parents. The children can go out and find, they can hunt rocks together and they can paint rocks together, and they can go different places and add a rock to, whatever business they want to. So it was to help the children and parents to get involved, to have something to do, paint rocks, hunt rocks, just have fun that way, and also advertise the businesses and help a few of the, help the businesses get more well known. And
you've given me the honor of being part of the grand prize. The grand prize winner of the rock snake contests, which, by the way, a rock snake is a collection of rocks that will go in a steady stream around the business that's painted to promote the business. So that goes around the perimeter of the business, which is really a neat thing to behold. But anyway, the grand prize winner of the rock snake contest will receive a feature story in this column, Strictly Observing, on May 22nd, to be run in the newspaper on May 22nd, and will get a feature spot in this podcast. So I'm very honored to have been made a part of that in that way. So thank you for doing that for me, Faye. How many entries do you have in the contest now?
We have 10 or 11.
You are going to select a winner on April 30th?
Yes, sir.
Great.
Now, if anybody wants to enter from now until April 30th, they can.
Okay.
I'm trying to do it like mostly around in Rural Retreat because, like I had said before, I'm the only one that's really going around and interviewing the employees and managers and stuff and measuring the snakes and taking pictures. So it's a little harder for me to go.
Right. We want to keep it locked into Rural Retreat if we can, but you have a couple of businesses in Whitfield that were interested in it, and
Yep.
you didn't want to exclude them, and we might have the inclusion of the Whitfield Boy Scouts, which would be great.
Yes. I know that there's two businesses in Whitfield that called me and or messaged me and said we want to get involved in this, and I couldn't tell them no.
Sure.
Because I think it's a great thing, so I just couldn't tell them no. So we're doing the two in Whitfield now.
Wonderful. Okay, so final question. What would you like to see for the future of your studio? One thing I must insist on is you got to find some way to make it handicap accessible so that I can come check it out.
Yes, sir. I've been thinking about that myself and looking around at the different ways to make that happen.
Wouldn't take much to get a metal ramp to go over the lip of the door or something like that,
Yeah.
So.
But what I'm wanting to see, of course, just people coming in doing their arts and crafts, people that needs a little extra money for this to be able to help them out. Also, I'm wanting to. We're planning on starting like in the Amazon return store because we have the apartment down below us also, which Dustin, my son, you know him, I'm sure.
Oh, yes.
He has a small escape room in the back down there. So he has that, and of course there's other rooms that we're wanting to put the Amazon return things down there
and Faye, that would be a wonderful thing to have, because if we get something from Amazon that we need to return, we have to go all the way to Abingdon, and it's you end up losing money to return it. So more often than not, we're stuck with it. So to have that station would be a tremendous help to people here in Wythe County.
And also have the where they can people can come and shop also with the returns that that doesn't make it back to Amazon or whatever.
Right.
I'll put that also. So
right.
A place for them to come and get things very inexpensive.
Right. That sounds, terrific. Anything else that you want to discuss that we haven't covered?
I don't think so. Just that you're doing an amazing job and always have with the newspaper and your articles and your books. And I'm honored to be able to get in touch with you and, and you just do this for us. I appreciate it.
Well, I'm honored to be able to be asked to be a part of it, really. And wish you great success with your studio and hope that you can get it leveled off so I can come see it soon.
Well, thank you. I will do my best.
All righty. Well, we look forward to talking to you again, and I'll look forward to speaking to the winner of the contest.
I know. That's going to be exciting.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much, Faye.
Thank you, Zach. All right. Bye-bye.